Welcome back to the Staples Center, where tonight it's the Celtics facing the Lakers. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Begin with the Boston Celtics. We've talked so much about Paul Pierce, but Ryan Combs has been playing extremely well for the Celtics since he's been put into the starting lineup. And Lamar Odom, of course, is the guy you look for other than Kobe Bryant. There's Doc Rivers in 6-21 on the road, but that's really because they're so young.
Yeah, it is. I've never seen a coach in such a good mood prior to a game with a record like the Celtics had, but he talked about the fact that they have better personalities here in terms of the overall chemistry of their team. He couldn't rave anymore about Paul Pierce and the type of leader he's been, having a career year. This guy leading his team in scoring, rebounding, assists, and steals. That's unheard of, and it's unfortunate, though, that the rebounds and assists are where they are, because you probably would like them to be a little higher in terms of having someone lead your team. Fear the West. And I think that's the mindset he's trying to give to his team. Nice play there by Paul Pierce.
What a finish!
And that was a rookie mistake by Kobe Bryant, going for the steal. We call those phantom steals. He really didn't have a chance to get it, but he opened up an opportunity for Paul Pierce to attack the basket. And remember, Paul Pierce is a local product, so he wants to put on a good show.
Oh,
speaking of shows.
Not a bad finish. Smush Parker with the foul, his first.
The look on Smush Parker's face after that foul was just shocked, because he couldn't believe he actually finished that play. He accepts the challenge every night defensively. He's going to guard the best perimeter player and go at him. And Paul Pierce is a guy that can get you in foul trouble, and he can heat up like that as well. But Kobe takes that challenge every night as the leader of his team.
And Pierce thought he saw the lane to the bucket, but it wouldn't go. Kobe for three. Buries it. Kobe Bryant with it now. Wants to break down. Delonte West swings it back out. Smush Parker wide open for a three. And he drains it. Kobe Bryant, deep three-pointer.
You know, Craig Hodges, who's one of the assistant coaches.
Lamar Odom just stuck Paul Pierce from behind. Pierce thought he was fouled before that by Parker. Nice pass by Kobe Bryant underneath to Mim. As Parker almost took that one in the smush. Kobe Bryant pulls up, buries the jump. Paul Pierce disliked the Celtics, as did
He's not
just
alone.
Laker fan. I was going to say not just Laker fans. Fans from every NBA city dislike the Celtics. Yeah, absolutely. Bill Wennington?
Bill Wennington?
Well, you guys, Paul Pierce is going to get stronger as the game goes on if you allow this guy to have.
For this great rivalry between the Lakers and the Celtics. Kobe Bryant now with 9 points.
And have the Lakers. The Lakers have really not tried to take advantage of the size.
Kobe Bryant working on Allen, spins him into the lane, gets him in the air, and creates. We started the night talking about Kobe Bryant and Paul Pierce, and here's the comparison. It fares pretty well. 12 points for Bryant, 11 for Pierce. It's off in the smog, but that's Hollywood.
Those guys need an opportunity to see how it's supposed to be done.
Shot clock is at 6. Pierce has got to work. Fadeaway is good. Man.
He has an amazing knack for being able to get the shot that he wants, because he really doesn't have any holes in his game. He can take you off the dribble, as you see right here. He's got the size to shoot that fadeaway jumper. Extra possession, and it leads to 2 free throws.
So therefore, you're in help mode, which makes it even more difficult.
And Delonte West making really the transition from the 2 guard to the 1.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that they're very surprised about. You got to remember, it's a good shot by Kobe Bryant right there.
Coach Martelli told him.
Each jump shot, he can shoot it out to the 3, but really 18 feet is really where Wally Zerbiak can kill you.
That is such a hard shot. I mean, he makes it look so easy, Kobe Bryant. That was against 3 defenders.
And I'm thinking about Phil Jackson. This is a great team right now to get him some run against, because you don't have any Harrington out there.
Kobe Bryant starting to feel it again, has the team's last 10 points. LaFrance, nice pass underneath the Pierce.
Great execution offensively there by the Celtics. Beautiful pass by Rafe LaFrance.
Parker with it. I wanted to give it back to Kwame Brown, who was not even looking for it on the pick and roll. Tony Allen off the glass. It's good.
Another good decision there by Paul Pierce. People wonder why Kobe shoots the ball so much. You see it at times when they just continue to make bad decisions offensively.
Cook from deep, a three-pointer.
That was an unbelievable pass by Kobe Bryant because he really had shot on his mind all the way as he went hard baseline. To be able to find that guy cross court, this is the pass I'm talking about. I mean, he's got scoring right now on his mind, goes baseline, he gets a double team at the last minute, looks up, there's a cross court pass, perfectly fed, right to the chest area. Brian Cook can just catch and shoot without thinking about it.
Cook with 10 points and 5 rebounds, 2.5 to go. Kobe trying to post up Pierce and does just that, and then says, where's the foul? All coming up at halftime with Matt Weiner and Scottie Pippen. 25 already. Make it 26 and counting. Final 40 seconds of the first half. Kobe Bryant. Pierce has to be careful because he has two. Underneath, Cook gets a man on his back. That was Delonte West. Count it. Plus a trip to the line.
And give Kobe Bryant credit again. And we talk about his aggressiveness in shooting the basketball, but there, great patience in not forcing it. And his teammates recognizing that he is in trouble. Brian Cook, great cut to the basket. The poise there to finish after the contact. Huge play by both Brian Cook and Kobe Bryant.
We look at the first half statistics, and we shouldn't be surprised. The game is so close, especially when you look at the field goal percentage and free throws as well. Paul Pierce has done what we expected him.
Very efficient half, 16 points and 8 shots, and no scorer in the league can really dominate unless you can do everything. He takes it to the rim, shoots the fadeaway jumper in the post, and then off the dribble, the pull-up jump shot. Really no holes in his game. Very solid first half for Paul Pierce.
And really, then you talk about what Kobe Bryant's been able to do. You talk about efficiency, 26 points on only 14 shots. Did it outside, then he went inside in that second quarter and finished it with a little bit of flair there with the three from the corner. Both guys playing effectively and have their teams playing well offensively.
And here's what the Stars have done tonight. Again, both very efficient. 26 and 16 points there. But he didn't have any in the first half. Paul Pierce shot clock is down to Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. We talk about getting there late. When you get there late, you get your feelings hurt. And that's what happened to Chris Mihm right there.
Paul Pierce just absolutely posterized Chris Mihm.
That's just spectacular. 2 dribbles from 24 feet. Gets to the rim, and Chris Mihm tried to time it, but his timing was a little off.
Just Pierce. Kobe backs off him some. Gomes comes out to set the screen. Pierce weaves his way in. And that's what he just does so well. He finds his way to weave to the bucket and get fouled.
Oh, it's a theme. I mean, they're attacking the Lakers big men off pick and roll. That's how Paul Pierce came off. Chris Mihm did a decent job of showing, but then Paul Pierce reversed direction. He came right up his back as he's going down the lane. Chris Mihm's got to do a better job as he's rotating back to the rim of seeing ball and his man.
Well, that's one reason why, as a big man, you never want to turn your back on the basketball, especially out of a pick and roll, because a smart offensive player, and Paul Pierce is just that.
Pierce with a tough catch, then drives. Back outside, Ryan Gomes. Jump shot is good. Kobe Bryant fighting his way down the lane. Left hand layup.
Well, you know, Kobe had not attempted a field goal in the first 4 minutes of this quarter.
Paul Pierce has made more field goals than the second leading scorer on the team has attempted. And there's only one other player in the league you can say that of, and that's LeBron James. Pierce gets his own back.
What that speaks of is mediocrity. Vucevic in the game, because he has basically dominated in the pick and roll against the Lakers defense and created opportunities for everybody.
Vucevic wide open. Shot off the mark. It comes to Kobe Bryant. Bryant, tough shot, but he makes it.
Well, he's got to make a lot of those right now. They're down a dozen. It's allowed the Celtics confidence to grow and build this lead.
In the battle, Pierce working on Kobe Bryant. Oh, what a move by Paul Pierce to burn Kobe Bryant.
And this is all a direct result of getting into the penalty early in this quarter, and it's allowed, a hard foul there by Paul Pierce, but I don't think anything was meant by it. He just didn't want to allow Kobe to get that shot off. But you can see the tentativeness here defensively by Kobe, because he knows he's in the penalty. And Timmy talked about it. There's no help coming from the weak side. This is the best scorer the Celtics have. You would expect somebody to be there. And then on the other end, Paul Pierce just not allowing Kobe, or trying to not allow Kobe to get that shot off.
It was almost as if he was saying, I'm not going to let you do to me what I just did to you.
They just were ineffective in terms of their shot selection, turning the ball over. So this is the problem when defensively you allow them to get into the penalty, because now, even though they're not playing as well.
Pierce 18th free throw, while the Lakers as a team have 20. 13 points and 17 rebounds against Portland last time out. Pierce creates something out of nothing.
Now, he may have gotten away with a little bit of a walk, but what a beautiful move by Paul Pierce. 31 points, only 15 shots, in part because he's lived at the line. But here, beautiful spin. And you know what? I don't think that's right. That's
You're
just
right.
a great
First time
play.
I saw it, I thought that foot came down before he released the ball. He just got it off in time.
Just
Paul Pierce has been over 30 points, 8 of his last 9 games. Turiaf gets it to go, and the foul will be on Paul Pierce.
And hey, that's Ronnie Turiaf's first field goal as an NBA professional.
You want to know what, too? He is one of the feel-good stories in the NBA this year. Comes out of Gonzaga as a tremendous player. His whole life wanted to play in the NBA.
Them to have an opportunity to get this down to a manageable margin as we get ready to head into the fourth quarter. And where was the defense on that?
Great 2-for-1 opportunity for the Lakers.
The Celtics, with 37 points in the third quarter, have opened up a 9-point lead over the hometown Los Angeles Lakers. Pierce with 31. Kobe with 37. Back for the fourth after this.
And getting the Lakers to play aggressive defensively.
Delonte West outside to Paul Pierce. Three-pointer like a dagger.
Great decision by Delonte West. It looked like he had an open shot, but
Celtics 14-point lead is down to 2. Pierce deep into the shot clock. Delonte West. Three-pointer is good. The Celtics have an answer. Pierce loses the handle. Again, shot clock is now at 5. Pierce has to let it go.
That's a superstar play right there. The last hoop, he's a lot of contact here, but Paul Pierce, I mean, he's almost falling down on the baseline. But look the way he gathers himself, takes his time, and squares his shoulder before he launches that shot. That's what big-time players do in big-time situations.
Delonte West out to Paul Pierce. Oh, Scalabrine completely wiped out George. West, deep shot is good, but it's a deuce with his foot on the line. Ryan Gomes down to Pierce, who spins, sees an opening, and he uses it as Lamar Odom had to back off with the 5 fouls. He could not afford to get out of this game. Bryant and Paul Pierce. We talked about what a great matchup this would be at the start of the game. You guys disappointed?
We said it was going to be a shootout. It's been a shootout between these two guys. And the thing that jumps out when you look at their numbers, neither guy's taking a lot of shots tonight. They've both gotten to the line and shot a high percentage from the field. Really done everything you can ask of these two guys.
They've rebounded the ball well as well.
Bryant gets it, wants to go to the lane. Out to Smush Parker. Thinks about a 3.
Wise decision to pass up the 3. The 2 was much more enjoyable.
Smush Parker flying down the lane and throws it down and brings the crowd to their feet as the Lakers are within 2.
Timmy, you forget how long. Smush Parker's 6'6" with long arms. You don't realize.
You wonder how long his arms are against Delonte West.
Oh, my
Great
goodness.
ball fake.
Outside the dotted lines. He was not to be denied, and Brian Scalabrine could only watch.
It impressed me about that Gomes putback. There were 3 white jerseys around the ball as well. And he's the one
What you want when that penetration comes, it allows for opportunities on the offensive glass.
40 points for Kobe Bryant.
2 stars, because Paul Pierce is going to have the opportunity to take this last shot. And obviously Kobe Bryant's going to be the one defending him. Both teams in the penalties. Lakers no more timeouts. Celtics no more timeouts. So 2 things. You got to get the ball inbounds first and foremost. And that sounds simple, but remember, you don't have an experienced guard out there right now. So who takes it out for you? Is it going to be Orion Green? And if it is, that in and of itself is going to be an adventure for the Boston Celtics. So this is critical just to get the ball inbounds and get it to Paul Pierce in a position where he can be aggressive and try and make a play for himself or his teammate.
And the dilemma is if you give it to Pierce too early, you can double him and get it out of his hands. But Orion Green has shown earlier in his game he's not the best right now at making the entry pass to Pierce. They're going to go to him right now and go one-on-one with Kobe.
Kobe Bryant guarding Paul Pierce. They spread the floor. Pierce looks to go and gets fouled by Kobe Bryant from behind.
That's puzzling. It almost looked like Kobe Bryant reached around trying to take a foul in that situation.
It was almost as if he thought he had one to give.
And I think the official thought he had one to give too, because you ordinarily don't see a call like that made.
You watch him wrap around as he goes by, just tries to reach, got a hold of his waist. Paul Pierce didn't even get knocked off balance. That is a tough call.
Yeah, that is a tough call. You never want to see a call like that made by the official. And remember, so even if he just makes one, they got 3 seconds to try to get this ball down the floor.
Now we talked
the basket.
Got to switch out here. Anything Kobe Bryant comes off, any interchange, you've got to switch out, try to deny him the basketball.
Oh, they had
Lamar Odom underneath. Kobe Bryant shot off the mark.
I tell you what, big win and a huge mistake by the Lakers. Lamar Odom was wide open under the rim. Take a look at this last possession. How fortunate are the Celtics to win that game?
And you know that's part of that is you're so programmed if you're a Laker to get the ball to Kobe Bryant. They just didn't see Lamar Odom under the rim. And I thought he actually was going to bank this in another inch or two, and this ball does go in the basket.
Great win for the Celtics. I see why Doc loves his team, because that's a great gutsy win on the road. They had to win it down the stretch without their point guard. Incredible game, John.
Absolutely. Once again, our final score, the Celtics win at 112-111. Coming up next on ESPN, it's Night School. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, Stephen A. Smith, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm John Saunders saying so long from L.A. Boston 112, Lakers 111.